students, now we are going to start question number 3 of exercise 3.3 standard 10th. First of all, do subscribe my channel and press the bell icon and like my video. That is the first sub question of question number 3. See, difference between two numbers is 26 and one number is 3 times the other. Then find them. Now here we have two numbers. So it is clear that if we have two numbers, then one number will be smaller and second number will be bigger. Okay, so we have here taken a smaller number as x and bigger number as y. Now what is the question? Difference between two numbers is difference means subtraction. Subtraction is 26. It means we have to subtract smaller from bigger. So if I subtract x from y, it means y minus x, it will be 26. If I take this minus x here, minus x becomes plus x. I am making y alone. If I can also make x alone, I am making here y alone. Okay. Now what is the second condition here? One number is 3 times the other. Now we have two numbers here, y and x. We have to put equal here. Okay, and here the question is 3 times. It means we have to multiply sum 1 by 3. Okay, when we multiply sum 1 by 3, it will increase the value. Okay, what value that we need to increase? Okay, we will increase that value which is already decreased or which is already smaller. Okay, so smaller value is x. That is why we will multiply it by 3. So we can read it like this, that this bigger value is 3 times that of smaller value. Okay, or we can say number. Now if I put this value of y into this equation, okay, we have two equations here. If I put this value of y into this equation here, instead of y we will have x plus 26 equals to 3x. Now if I take this 3x into right side, x becomes minus x. So we can say 3x minus x is 2x. Okay, here I can divide it by 2. So 26 divided by 2 becomes 13. So here we have value x equal to 13. If I put this value here in equation number 2, or I can put it in equation number 1, whenever I want to put, I have put this value into equation number 2. Instead of x, put 13. So 13 3s are 39. Okay. Another question. Second question is, the larger of two supplementary angles exceeds the smaller by 18 degree. Now if one angle is exceed the other by 18 degree, it means the difference between them will be 18. One angle will be 18 degree bigger than the other. Okay, it means there will be one smaller angle and second will be a larger angle. So we have taken it accordingly, that suppose larger angle is x and smaller angle is y. Now there is one line here, the supplementary the angles of two supplementary angles. So larger of two supplementary, it means the angles are supplementary. Whenever the angles are supplementary, we can say addition of both will be 180. And here larger angle is this y. I have taken this y here. I can take x also. Okay, I have taken y, this time y here. Okay, so plus y becomes minus y. That is equation number 1. And we know that difference between both the angles is 18 degree. Okay, so we have to subtract smaller from larger there, so that we have positive answer. Okay, if I do y minus x, then I have to put here minus 18. Okay, so to have plus 18, we have subtracted y from x. Okay, we have subtracted smaller from bigger. Now we have two equations here. I can put the value of x into this equation number 2. Okay, I have done the same. From equation 1 and 2, put this value here. Instead of x, we have 180 minus y. We already have here minus y, and 18 is as it is. Minus y becomes minus 2y. Now if I take this minus 2y into right side and 18 into left side, okay, minus 2y becomes plus 2y and plus 18 becomes minus 18. Okay, now this 180 minus 18 equals to 162. equals to 2y. Now if I take this 2 into denominator, 162 by 2 is equals to 81 degree. So we found the value of y. Now we can use any of these two equation, 1 or 2. I have this time chosen first equation. Okay, in first equation I have put this value of y here, 81. 180 minus 81 becomes 99. That is why we can find that two given angles. Now there is third question. Just pause the video and write down that question. This question is for you. Okay, you have to do it in homework. Okay, now we are going to start this fourth question. I hope you can see it. It's clear for you. See, if the taxi charges in a city consist of fixed charge together with the charge for the distance covered. See, if you take a taxi, then it is said the taxi driver will charge you by two ways. It will have one fixed charge. It means whenever you enter into the taxi, okay, you have to pay a fixed charge. Even if you don't, even if you cancel the taxi there, okay, you have to fix that. You have to pay that fixed charge. So charges are of two types here. One is fixed charge, and the second one is a charge as per the distance covered. It means per kilometer charge. For example, if someone charges you 8 rupees per kilometer, someone will charges you 10 rupees, someone will charges you 12 rupees per kilometer. That is the charge per kilometer. Okay. Now there are two results given here. For a distance of 10 kilometer, if you take a taxi for 10 kilometer, you have to pay 105 rupees for a journey, and if you drive for 15 kilometer, okay, the charge is 155. Now these two charge includes fixed charge and charge per kilometer. What are the fixed charge and the charge per kilometer? And that is the another question. We will discuss it, but you will be able to do it yourself also, but we will discuss this primary things first. Okay, so to make a bill of this, okay, driver will take two charges. One is the fixed charge and second will be the charge per kilometer. So we have supposed here that if fixed charge is x rupees and charge per kilometer is y rupees, it means per 1 kilometer charge will be y rupees. Now it is in the question that for a distance of 10 kilometer charge is 105. Now see, this 105 is how it is counted. 105, how it is counted. 105, okay, they will take a fixed charge plus they will take this charge. Okay, now fixed charge is x rupees, it will not change, plus for 1 kilometer they have y rupees. Here we have to cover, we are covering 10 kilometers. So for 1 kilometer it is y rupees. So for 10 kilometer it will have 10 y rupees. Okay, so that is why I have taken 10 y. So x plus 10 y is 105. I can take this 10 y into right side. 10 y becomes minus 10 y. Okay, and the second condition is, in this condition the charges is 155 and the kilometer that they covered is 15 kilometer. That is why I have done this, that fixed charge plus a cost of 1 kilometer is y. So 15 kilometer becomes 15y. So x plus 15y is 155. Now from these two equation, this equation 1, I can put this value of x 105 minus 10y into this equation here. So instead of x, I have put this value 105 minus 10y. Instead of x, I have put this value 15y, and 155 is as it is. Okay, now I can take this 105 into right side. So plus becomes minus here, plus 105 becomes minus 105. Here 15y minus 10y. So 15 minus 10 is 5y. Here 155 minus 105. Now 5y is as it is. 155 minus 105 is 50. I can take this 5 into denominator. 50 divided by 5 is 10. So I have value y equals to 10 rupees per kilometer. And I can put this value here, x equal to 105 minus 10y. I have taken that value. If you put this value, instead of 5, if you put this value 10 here, 105 minus 10 into 10 100, it becomes 5 rupees. So that is how we can find the fixed charge and the charge per kilometer. Okay. I hope that by that value you can have this answer. Okay, for 25 kilometer, so for 1 kilometer 10 rupees. So for 25 kilometer it will be 25 into 10, that is 250 plus 5 rupees fixed charge. So 250 plus 5 becomes 255. That is how you can solve it. Okay, now another question, question number 5. A fraction becomes 8 by 11 if 2 is added to both the numerator and denominator. It means there will be a original fraction, okay, and we have to add 2 to numerator and denominator. Now we don't know that what is the value of fraction. That is why here, if you can see here, that is why here we have supposed that suppose the fraction is x upon y. Clear? Now see, if you can see here, fraction becomes 8 by 11 if 2 is added to both the numerator and denominator. It means we have to add, here 2 into numerator and denominator. Okay, if I add this 2 into numerator and denominator, it becomes, and now in question it is 8 by 11. That is a mistake, you just correct it. It is not 8 by 11, it is 9 by 11. Okay, 8 by 11 is giving wrong answers. Okay, so it is 9 by 11. So I can simplify this by cross multiplying it. If I multiply 11 here, so 11 into x is 11x, 11 2s are 22. Here we have 9 into y, that is 9y, and 9 plus 9 2s are 18. Now if I take this 22 here, plus 22 becomes minus 22, 9y, 18 minus 22 is minus 4. If I take this 11 into right side, it is in multiply, it is in a relation of multiply, so it will convert into divide here. Okay, now the second condition is this, okay, that fraction becomes 5 by 6. Fraction becomes 5 by 6 if we add 3 on numerator and denominator. Okay, if I add 3 on numerator and denominator, fraction becomes 5 by 6. That is the second condition. So again, if I cross multiply it, here it will become 6 into x, 6x, and 6 3 is 18, equal to, if I cross multiply it here, 5 into y, that is 5y, plus 5 3s are 15. 6x plus 18, if I take this 18 here, plus 18 becomes minus 18. So 6x equal to 5y plus 15 minus 18 is minus 3. So here, instead of this x, if I put the value 9y minus 4 upon 11 here, okay, so instead of x we will put this value here. Okay, so 6 is as it is. Instead of x we have put 9y minus 14 upon 11, and this 5y minus 3 is as it is. Okay, now if I take this 11 here, it will get multiplied here. So 11 5s are 55y and 11 3s are 33. Here if I multiply this 6 inside, 9 6 are 54y and 6 4s are 24. Now if I take this 54y here and minus 33 here, plus 54y becomes minus 54y, and this minus 33 becomes plus 33. Okay, so 33 minus 24 is 9, and 55 minus 54, that is 1y. So we have the value of y here. Now if you put this value of y into this first equation, see the equation is here, I have written that equation. Instead of y, if I put this y here, Okay, 9 nines are 81 minus 4 upon 11. Now 81 minus 4 is 77. 77 upon 11 is 7. So x becomes 7. Now the fraction was x upon y. Instead of x we have 7. Instead of y we have 9. So the answer will be 7 by 9. So the fraction will be 7 by 9. That is how we can have an answer of that fraction. Now there is another question, number 6. Now I am giving you this question for homework. Just try it yourself, pause the video and note the question. After doing all this question, you find it very easy to do it. Okay, just do it yourself. And if you don't understand, just get back me on this. I'll explain you how to do it. Okay. Thank you, and do subscribe my channel and press the bell icon and like my video.